Test, test, test. What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and yes, I am back. I had a little bit of a break since the defense finished, mostly because I didn't have anything else to cast. But luckily, I managed to win a pass to the Absolute Legends King of the Hill. So this is going to be King of the Hill style format. Whoever wins this best of 3 is going to be the King of the Hill. And then I believe the way it works is that next time, I think it's weekly. Well, yeah, it says weekly right here. Of course it's weekly. So the next time they just play again, and then they just keep playing, and then you get more and more money. So right off the bat, we have two fantastic teams: Absolute Legends from Australia and Pot and Bottom from the United States. So honestly, I'm gonna be a little bit biased here. Pot and Bottom just won the Pro Dota 2 League, I think, is what they won. But yeah, they won it in pretty dominating fashion. So they are extremely strong right now. Absolute Legends kind of fell off a little bit. They used to be one of the really top tier teams, but recently they haven't, well, I haven't heard of many of their results as of late, so I cannot speak to how strong they are, but a little bit ago they used to be like really up there and really dangerous, but right now I'm not really sure. They haven't really had many results. But anyway, yeah, the pick and bans are going, nothing really of note. Lone Druid kind of a little bit more important towards to Pot and Bottom. That's why he's being banned out by AL in this game. So just updates, I guess. The International is coming up. I am not going because I have school, which should be fun. Hopefully the internet is just as good as last year. The internet was really good last year. I could upload in like 30 minutes. It was good. And hopefully I could actually get a lot of casting done. Hopefully my roommate doesn't, murder me in my sleep because I'm being too loud and the neighbors don't complain, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to be going to school around the time of the International. I'll be trying to cast every single one of those games. Seems like a good thing to do because, well, some of the best teams in the world, well, no, they are the best teams in the world going to the International, so I'll be trying to cast all of those. In the meantime, I'll be casting this, the Absolute Legends King of the Hill tournament, whenever there's games. Right now, this is the only one that's currently out, so I guess I could do 100% of this tournament as well. So that should be pretty much what's on the docket for the upcoming weeks. Yeah, it's not going to be months. Might be a month. Month, weeks, whatever. So that's what I am planning to do with my time as far as the casting goes. And I just want to thank all you guys for watching. Even though I'm not really getting that much growth, I don't really give a shit. But hopefully things will pick up, get a couple more viewers, and yeah, why don't we actually look at this game, because it's kind of been going on and I haven't really been paying attention. But so far for Pot and Bottom, they picked up the Invoker, Leshrac, and nothing. Yeah, probably going to be a setup stun of some sort. They could choose to pick up Shadow Demon or something like that right now, but we're going to see about that. Nature's Prophet, Venomancer, and Queen of Pain picked up for the Absolute Legends team. So, ooh, okay, Enigma. Queen of Pain, most likely going to be soloing a lane, mid lane probably. Nature's Prophet, Venomancer. Oh wait, hold on. What is this? Did they switch these? They did. Dire's on the top and Radiant's on the bottom. I don't know when this happened, but okay. So Queen of Pain either going to be soloing mid, which most likely she's going to be, or soloing top, which is a little bit more risky. Venomancer probably going to go bottom to lane with someone. And then Nature's Prophet could do whatever Nature's Prophet wants to do. Pot and Bottom is, I feel like they have a lot more pushing right now. Granted, Absolute Legends does have Nature's Prophet, they do have Venomancer, but Pot and Bottom's pushing is just so much more bursty. The Enigma Eidolons attack in waves, and their strength is kind of the damage they deal, whereas Nature's Prophet's pushing, the Treant's strength is kind of in the damage that they tank. And Leshrac is kind of the same way. Obviously, he can't really tank a tower, so the Edict is all about the damage. So Pot and Bottom is going to really tear down the towers, where Absolute Legends is more about the sustained push. And so far, Pot and Bottom doesn't really have that much anti-push. It is always hard to anti-push a Venomancer with those wards, since nothing really attacks them except for actual units. No spells attack them, so you can't get the AoE out there. So that's always a little bit difficult to deal with, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Sand King, Morphling, Enchantress being banned out. Absolute Legends denying pot and bottom that giant team fight and a guaranteed stun, which pot and bottom doesn't really have yet. They have a Malphus, they will have a Cold Snap, and that will be able to chain into a Split Earth. So they do have that amount of stun, but it's not really the most reliable. However, it is a lot more reliable, I guess, than the AL side. They have no stuns, and no stuns against an Enigma is, well, that's trouble. They don't really need a support hero at the moment. They have Venomancer, and they could have him do the whole thing, but they need someone who is a little bit lighter and who will provide some sort of crowd control effect. In my opinion, Vengeful Spirit might be the way to go for AL. That will allow them to deny the Enigma the black hole no matter what happens, even if he gets a BKB. The only problem is if the Vengeful Spirit gets caught in the black hole as well, which shouldn't happen if you're positioning yourself correctly. But that will give them the guaranteed black hole interrupt, as well as give them the for sure stun, because right now they're very slow heavy. They're decent in chasing, but they're not really good at locking them down, which is really where Pot and Bottom's team so far excels. It looks like they're going to pick up another non-stunner, Brewmaster, and even though he does have a stun in that Earth Panda, the Pot and Bottom team could just teleport away from that, provided that the Brewmaster has not split yet. So far Absolute Legends gearing up towards a pretty decent push lineup, but also their team fight is substantial as well. We're going to see what they want to do with that. Again, they don't have any stuns, which is a very big problem. Pot and Bottom, they have, I don't know, they have a lot of flexibility, which is one of the really what you want to look for when you're picking up a team. You don't want to pick up someone like Anti-Mage in the first round. Well, not anymore, at least, because that will totally reveal your hand. And all the heroes from Pot and Bottom are just so versatile that when you see them, you don't really know what the team is going to be going for. And that's really a big thing when you're trying to draft a team. If you guys actually saw, what was it? I don't remember what it was called, but Luminous did it. It was all about drafting. And it was actually pretty informative, despite the fact that it seemed a little bit rushed, but there's really no way to get around that. So you guys should check that out if you're doing some CM and you're the captain or want to play with your teams and playing with your team in CM, anything like that. Something good to check out, a good resource. But AL, they do have the chasing power down. They do have a ton of slows, which will mean that Pot and Bottom will be kind of hard pressed to actually run away. So their fights are either going to be, we're going to all sit here and we're going to fight it out, or we're all going to run away and probably take 2 or 3 casualties, which is something that Absolute Legends can force PB's hand to do. Windrunner is a little bit exempt from that. She still gets slowed, but Windrun will help her a lot. But Pot and Bottom is going to be forced into these giant clashes, and if they don't want to take it, they're going to lose someone. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed. With the mobility from Nature's Prophet and Queen of Pain together, it's going to be really hard to get away from them. And there's the last pickup, the probably more support-oriented Rubik pickup. We'll give them a little bit more supporting power, and we'll give them that guaranteed stun / disable, or whatever you want to call levitate. It's not really a stun because they're kind of not stunned. They're kind of waving their arms around, but yeah, it's a stun for all intents and purposes. It's pretty much just a storm bolt. PB also picked up a Windrunner, which will help them skirmish a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the skirmishing is pretty powerful, but really I feel PB are trying to build up a little more team fight to combat AL, because once again they can't escape from them. But the picks are kind of limited, and they're actually going to pick up an Anti-Mage. That's very interesting. Well, Anti-Mage could definitely bail out of those fights. Problem is, the rest of his allies can't. Invoker could run away, Windrunner could run away, but Leshrac and Enigma, they're going to be the sacrificial food that will give them a lot of strong late game. Anti-Mage doesn't really care about Queen of Pain that much, because lots of Queen of Pain's bursts will be mitigated by that spell shield. Lots of bursts in general from the other team will be mitigated by spell shield, so it's a good pickup as far as the defensive aspects of Anti-Mage goes. He could also chase extremely well, and I don't know, he could follow up decently with all of the stuns and team fight coming out from the rest of PB. So PB geared themselves up towards a 4-1 strat, going to be protecting that Anti-Mage. That is most likely going to force Leshrac into more of a supporting role. Whereas AL, Gonna go for more of a team fight, clashing kind of build with a little bit of push on the side. So pot and bottom, if they turtle up, they're gonna be just fine. Oh, I didn't fix the camera. Everyone look away. Don't look at the timer. There we go. Camera has been fixed. I'm just gonna speed through this just a little bit because I don't want to sit here all day through a game pause. Look how long this pause is. Right now it's going at ×8. Oh good, 5 minutes. Okay, ×8 this shit all day. Who's Snooped? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna check out who this guy is, because I don't recognize this person. Oh, it's Snoopy. Right, okay, that makes sense now. Spoink, I also don't know who this is. Team Forder. Alright, it's painted gold. It's a stand-in. So there we have that. Let's see if everyone else... Infinity... I have no idea who these people are. I'm going to have to actually check their Steam profiles, see if I can get something solid going on there. Alright, so we are in the game. We do have, what was it, Painted Gold on the Rubik. Dota playing the Nature's Prophet. Got a chillin' ass beard over there. Snoopy on the Venomancer Musica on the Queen of Pain, and Bleak going to be playing that Brewmaster. On the PB side, we have Owie 2000 playing the Hard Carry Anti-Mage, sneaking on the Invoker. Who are you, Infinity? Tides of Time is on the Leshrac. I don't know if these two are actually part of the PB side. Okay, I have no idea who this guy is, so it's probably a stand-in. Just going to call him Infinity, I guess. And PBU, probably way too sexy. Yes, it is way too sexy. Cool. I just realized I could look at their Steam link. No, that guy doesn't have one. So Infinity, I guess it's a stand-in. What is it? Tides of Time, way too sexy, Owie, sneaking. Yeah, I don't know. Could be anyone. But he's going to be playing the Windrunner on the bottom lane, and the Windrunner model really looks kind of weird now. Like, it's really high quality, but it's, like, so high that it kind of looks awkward, like, especially up here. Like, she just doesn't fit in with all the rest of these guys. Anyway, sneaking, going to be playing that Invoker in the mid lane. Way too sexy. Has geared up towards a jungle build, going for straight-up clarity. He's probably got the courier as well, and some wards, because he only has 200 gold right here. So he spent it on something else. But he's going to be jungling. Tides of Time on the Leshrac, going to be supporting up Owie on the top lane, who's going to be up against... well, looks like Godot actually is going to go jungle. So Rubik going to solo top. Musica is going to solo mid. And Musica's Queen of Pain is very solid. Snoopy and Bleak going to be dueling up the bot lane. So Windrunner not going to have the most fun in the world. Let's actually pull the net worth. Did they change this? They did change this again. I'll just do gold per minute because that is nice and self-explanatory. It's going to be the Invoker versus the Queen of Pain. And immediately we see Infinity getting her ass down by Snoopy. Forced to pop off that level 1 wind run to try to save herself some of her consumables. Of course, with Windrunner or with anyone with an escape, really, you typically want to save your points to make sure that you're not going to be in a whole lot of shit. For example, Anti-Mage, I'm sure he held his point or even just invested into Blink straight away to make sure that there wasn't any level 1 shenaniganry coming out from AL. It's a lot safer to play. If you're Morphling, you know, go for the waveform. If you're the Queen of Pain, you know, go for Blink. Or at least hold on to the point until you could recognize that you're safe. Musica's actually going to go toe-to-toe with Sneaking, take a lot of Cold Snap damage. You don't want to underestimate Cold Snap. It will do a lot more damage than you're used to. It seems like for a level 1 spell it shouldn't do that much, but the damage really adds up, and it does hurt quite a lot. It's kind of an even trade going on between Sneaking and Musica. But of course, with those Quas runes, he will be able to regen a little bit better. Musica's not going to rely on her salve for this first round. She's going to work on those trees. And Snoopy doing a good job getting Bleak a lot of free farm, but at the same time, Owie up on the top lane, he's getting complete free farm as well. Rubik is pretty scared. He's actually going to resort to pulling himself. Of course, Tides of Time and or Way Too Sexy get over there and sniff this out. It'll be a lot of trouble for the Rubik. But it looks like he's actually playing pretty safe, farming it from the low ground. I like that. make sure he doesn't die. But Aoi and Tides of Time are both here, so they're going to be able to farm up these creeps. So they're not really denied. And in the meantime, the creep wave, that purple spoink, that he would have gotten, they're all being denied to the tower. So some real League of Legends style stuff going on over here, using the tower to actually deny creeps. Something that I was watching someone play League. I don't remember who. I think it was Void Boy or someone. You guys probably don't even care, but he talked about the towers like the creep wave like they're a real problem. Like, you want to get rid of your creep wave. You don't actually want to use it to push. And that's just so weird to me. I don't understand League at all. Musica and Snoopy sneaking, I'm sorry, continuing to trade as Aoi and Tide of Time already starting their push, using that creep wave as an asset rather than as a liability, which is kind of what I got the sense of in League of Legends, at least from the pro players. It's like Tide of Time not going to go for that Lightning Storm, don't really need it in this lane, and more importantly, don't really need it in general. The pushing from AL, not really the kind of pushing that could be thinned out with Lightning, so there's no like Broodmother Spiderlings, or they have the Eidolons on their side, so should be fine as far as that goes. So he's going to go for the pushing build, Diabolic Edict, Split Earth. And if Aoi could clear off the creep wave, they could put even more hurt onto this tower. Rubik only level 2, not the most counter push yet. Once he gets that Fade Bolt up a couple of levels, he will be able to counter push pretty decently. The minus damage is actually pretty substantial. You don't really expect it, because most of the time you just use Phase Bolt for the damage. But if you actually like pay attention to the creep wave once you cast it, your creeps will demolish the other creep wave, because the other creep wave doesn't do any damage. It's really insane. Look, 23 damage on the range creep. What is this? Debuff duration, 10 damage. So yeah, that pretty much halves the entire wave's damage, which is pretty huge. Actually has Sneaky and Musica once again going toe to toe. There is a bottle up on the Queen of Pain, but once again, Invoker with those Quas runes gonna end up trading a little bit more. Infinity looking for Snoopy. Is he gonna get the solo kill? He just needs one more right click. And Windrunner's running so slowly with that poison. Snoopy gonna try to hide in the trees, try to eat his way through. But, oh, wow, what are you doing? Oh, power shot, not enough. 50 HP left on that Venomancer. Infinity kind of bailing a little bit early. Could have gotten the first blood. And he knows it too, look at that. He's being merciful. Windrunner will let you live this time. You can slither on back to whatever cave you came out of. But way too sexy, as well as Tide of Time, looking to dive onto this Rubik. Rubik is a very soft hero, 560 HP only. And Rubik is going to run the complete opposite direction. Aoi's going to chase him off, which is going to force Rubik most likely into the hands of Way Too Sexy, and as well as Tides of Time. Unless he's just going to run all over the place. Orange and Yellow are circling around to try to support him, and now these two are kind of stuck in an awkward situation. Creep Wave is here, however, so they could use the Creep Wave to tank up the tower, get that Diabolic Edict going, and Enigma looks like he's going to hold back the Creep Wave, which is probably a good idea. They have found Spoink once again, but this time he is supported by the Venomancer and Snoopy, so it's going to be a little bit harder to actually do damage to him with that huge level 1 slow coming out from the Venomancer. Let's see if I click on Aoi. Aoi is going actually for the stats build, so he's not planning on being aggressive. He's just investing into the late game with those stats, getting himself a little more damage, a little bit more health, which is a build that we actually see quite a bit from the pros. You don't ever see it in pubs because, well, mana break is just freaking ridiculous in pubs. You want that shit always. But in these sorts of games, you get that early boost in HP. He's already sitting at 777, whereas Enigma, who hasn't got any point stats, does not have as much work. Is going to get black holed by Way Too Sexy. That immediately gets cancelled from that telekinesis, though. Lestrak with the Split Earth picking up first blood. Godot as well as Bleak have teleported down here. Brewmaster with that clap immediately taking out Way Too Sexy. Now Tide of Time getting worked on by Bleak. The Queen of Pain Scream going to go way far distance, and he's going to pick up that kill. But Anti-Mage with that blink going to walk out of there. Venomancer also circling around, but not really doing anything. I think probably got a little bit of experience. Yeah, probably just took a little bit of that kill experience, but not getting any assists, so he's going to be sad about that. Windrunner and Invoker, however, have been left to their own devices, and despite the fact that AL did not, the trade did not really go the way of PB, it was 2-1, they did get the first blood, which is kind of pretty much going to equalize that. Goldgraph will probably not reflect that because of the tower that PB picked up, so. Oh no. Spoink. Get out of there. Hop your way out of there, because the same exact gank is going to come in. Way Too Sexy. Going to open up on the Greater Eidolons. There goes a shackle shot onto Spoink. Follow up with the Split Earth. And he's going to get annihilated by those Eidolons. But now Bleak has teleported in, going for way too sexy. He is going to get this kill, especially with that Venomancer slow on top of him. A giant crit going to finish that off, and now Tide of Time trying to walk out of here. Edict doing a little bit of damage, but Brewmaster could just as easily pop off his split. Beautiful juke there by Bleak, dodging that split earth. Now Tide of Time is stuck in these trees. He is going to go down 100%. This is a matter of who's going to get it. Musica with the right clicks picking up his second kill. So Musica just diving into these little skirmishes that are going on and picking up kills. This Queen of Pain is going to be pretty happy about that. This time, Aoi was not in this fight. He got the entire time just completely free farm. 3 points in stats so far, so he's getting pretty bulky. And he could choose to go for the Vanguard, or he could just turn that all into a Battle Fury. Invoker looks like he's going to try to solo up Musica. It's not. Oh my god, 1 HP. Musica, you lucky devil, you. Oh my god, that was very close. Sneaking, almost picking off the Queen of Pain 1 vs 1. I didn't expect him to do that much damage. But that mana burn, I don't know, if she waited like 1 more second, or, I don't know. That was close. Literally 1 HP on Musica. So Musica's going to be happy about that. Walking away with another, with still 2 kills, 0-0 under her belt. If she has a belt. Does she have a belt? Actually, she definitely has a belt. Yeah, we're going to say she has a belt. Snoopy's just chilling. His sheer presence is keeping Infinity back. And, because, well, he should be scared, because one Gale like this, Bleak with the Phase Boot's going to run up, and there's instant teleport away from Infinity. Can he get away? No, there's too much damage from the Nature's Prophet ultimate, going to bounce around and pick up that kill. Let's see what Spoink managed to pick up. Blink level 1, so that will give him an escape, but more importantly, that will give him a read as to what Aoi is going. I'm sure he knows, just judging by his stats and what he has, what build he's going for, but now it's confirmed. He only has 1 point of Blink, so it's a little bit easier to get. Musica trying to go for sneaking. Sneaking going to drop down the EMP, but he's going to get ultimated. He's going to get Sonic Waved by the Queen of Pain. And luckily for PB, their courier does fly away from that. So should be count your blessings, little courier dog. You live to coriate. I don't. Is there actually a word for that? You live to deliver another day, I guess is the best way to put that. But Brewmaster is actually, okay, yeah, he's actually leading the way as far as the CS goes, and, well, not only CS, but, you know, 2 kills, 3 assists, kind of helps you in the gold as well, so he's leading the way as far as the farm goes, but the next 3 spots are occupied by bottom heroes, and that will probably, with the tower, equalize the kill advantage that AL has. The gold should be, well, actually we're seeing kind of something really weird. The tower advantage still holding true for PB. The 6 kills, 4 kill advantage not being that huge, but the obviously with more kills you get more experience. Just a matter of the gold and how it's split, really determining how your 4 kills play out as far as your team goes. And looks like it is helping them just a little bit, but it's not really substantial enough. And now we see Spoink gonna levitate Tide of Time onto the high ground. They don't have a Force Staff or anything, not yet. Tide of Time gonna mine his way through, needs another split earth. I guess it's a better way of doing it than burning your teleportation scroll, so smart by you, Tides of Time. I actually like that a lot. I'm gonna get out of there. Oh no. Oh no, okay. I don't know. It looked like he stopped. It looks like there was something blocking him, but he just walked out of there, so he was just playing around. Rubik with an invisibility rune is just gonna wait for Musica and Snoopy to get over there. It could be quite a while though, and this invisibility rune is running out. Teal's gonna join there as well. The Nature's Prophet already picking up a hand of Midas. So yeah, Spoink, his rune ran out, and Tides of Time was there with that edict, so forcing him away, denying Rubik a little bit of experience and gold that would have come his way from that kill. Let's see actually how the long lanes are doing. Rubik is doing a little bit better as far as gold, as well as experience. So the Rubik for AL working a lot better on that hard lane, even though he didn't really get anything. Still got a lot more than this Windrunner, who's only level 5, so no level 6 in sight. Level 6 isn't that much of an importance, oh my god. Level 6 isn't that important for Windrunner as compared to Rubik, because you never really see Focus Fire taking at level 1. But it's still important to get levels up, and now we see a Blink, Telekinesis up on to the Windrunner, and Godot teleporting in to help out, but Brewmaster will pick up that kill. 3rd kill for him, and he does have a Blink Dagger of his own, so the initiation range, well, it was huge when Rubik still had that Blink, but not so much anymore. But they do have the Brewmaster to initiate now, and that's really dangerous because the Blink Clap at this stage of the game, and like the slow is great, but more importantly it's the damage. Clap does a substantial amount of damage this early in the game. 300 damage is not to be messed with, especially when your team is very, very soft. This tower taking a little bit of damage, way too sexy, gonna dive a little bit into it. Try to force the Queen of Pain back, and he did do his job. He'd make sure that the Queen of Pain did not get a deny, or even a deny attempt going on there. But he ended up trading a little bit of himself into sneaking. With an EMP, is going to force back the rest of AL. Boink is going to try to get away, and he most likely will. Tornado going to interrupt Godot's teleport, and now Godot is going to get right-click down. Yes, but by the Invoker, picking up that last kill. And Spoink is now in a little bit of trouble. He's just chilling there. What are you doing there? He's going to take a stun, 2 stuns, and now Tide of Time and Way Too Sexy are just going to work him over. Telekinesis trying to slow them down, but it's not going to be enough. Spoink, I don't know why you were still there. He was just like literally standing here. I can't draw on the map. I could ping the map. Yeah, I can't draw on the map. But, yeah, he wasn't really moving. I don't know what that was about, but Snoopy as well as Musica are teleporting down onto this bot lane. They're going to wait in for the blink. Here's the clap from the Brewmaster. Queen of Pain ultimate going to annihilate the health pool of Enigma, and her Scream of Pain is going to pick herself up a double kill. Last one is Tides of Time, who's now cycled up into the air, and he's going to pick up the Venomancer before it goes down. But it is going to mean a triple kill going the way of Musica. It's definitely not the way PB wanted that to go, but you saw the danger of the Brewmaster right there. Blink, clap into split. So much damage coming out, and there's no way to really prevent that. This tower is going to go down. Godot, if your last hitting is on par, you will be able to get that. There you go. Infinity not able to deny that tower. Sneaking has pressured the mid lane while all of that was happening, and Aoi got his free farm and now leading as far as gold per minute goes. On his way to Battle Fury. Once he gets that, he's going to be farming up all day, and then AL, they really have to get someone onto Anti-Mage, because even though they're leading by 5 kills on the rest of his team, the Anti-Mage is the kind of hero who, if you leave him alone for long enough, he will annihilate your team. There's no question about it. So they got to get up there. They got to start pressuring him. It's going to be a little bit difficult considering the fact that he now has level 4 Blink, so he's going to be blinking all over the place. And Queen of Pain can keep up, but it's just a matter of whether or not she could actually deal the damage to bring him down. He's going to try and do a little bit of a push. Way Too Sexy is there to open up with that Malphite stun. Tide of Time trying to get close enough, but Musica blinking in between those stuns, going to get away from that situation. Sneaking as well as Infinity, pushing out into the tier 2 tower, and Spoink is the only one to try to defend that. With that Fade Bolt, he should be able to hold off that creep wave for just a little bit longer. And I guess PB looking for a trade, or I guess both teams looking for a one tower trade. But PB is currently ahead as far as the towers go. They have 2 towers down, as compared to only having lost 1 tower. So that will put them at a little bit more of a gold advantage. And the farm is actually pretty even, but PB is leading the way. Tornado coming out looking for the Venomancer. They are going to catch him. It's a matter of, can you close the gap? He's going to take a couple of right clicks, and the Nature Prophet ultimate bouncing around. Gale's going to come out from Snoopy, going to save himself. Beautiful ward placement. That Plague Ward is going to completely deny that. Now Way Too Sexy is in a pretty bad position. Musica going to blink in. Does he have his ultimate? Yes, he does. Blink clap coming in from Bleak, and an EMP as well. Going to try to burn some mana. Not going to really do much at all. Way Too Sexy is somehow still alive. How are you alive? He does have a mech. I guess that kind of makes sense. Bleak is going to right-click him down, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. 22 seconds off from his ultimate. He's going to get right-clicked down. Yes, he is. Leshrac picking up that kill, but here comes Musica once again with her ultimate, annihilating Leshrac. And now Sneaking is up into the air, going to telekinesis onto Infinity, so making good use of that spell. Infinity's going to right-click down as well, and Sneaking, the last one to be alive, but he's completely out of mana. The only thing he has is his right-click, and he's going to fall as well. 4 for 0? It wasn't 4 for 0. Yeah, Brewmaster went down, but bought back, so I guess PB got a little bit out of that, but AL just cleaned up that fight. And you know, before I was saying that AL wasn't really performing as of late, they're really showing now that they're still a team to be tangoed with. Now Aoi's going to actually be the one teleporting in, going to annihilate this Rubik in 2 hits. That is the power of his Battle Fury that he just picked up. Venomancer Gale going to fly out, but not hit anyone. Tides of Time looking for a stun onto someone, anyone you could find. Not going to find anyone, however. Aoi picking up a very easy kill. That is going to accelerate his farm a little bit, but he's not that much farther ahead as the Brewmaster. They're the same level. And now he got free farm that entire time. Brewmaster He has been leveling up and getting gold through participation with the team fights, which will benefit your team a lot more because, well, the rest of your allies get experience too. Looks like PB say, we're just going to go for Roshan. That wasn't spotted out, I don't think. But AL should have a good idea of what's going on. This Roshan's going down extremely quickly, however, with all these Eidolons. It's going to be a lot of damage going the way of Roshan, and AL, they seem to not know about it. I don't think they know about it. Sneaking is actually a new one, picking up the Aegis. I think that's actually a pretty good idea, considering the fact that Aoi isn't really going to be in the fights, and he does have his Blink, so he is pretty difficult to kill. He could get bursted down with only one level of spell shield, but really the one who's most important you want to keep alive at this stage of the game is the Invoker. Now Tornado going to come out and hit perfectly onto the Brewmaster. Not going to keep him up there for long, however. Cold Snap is going to latch on, but it's not going to do much at all. Cold Snap now stolen by Rubik. Only level 2 Cold Snap, was that? Yeah, level 2 Cold Snap, so not the most substantial spell to steal, but he's really looking for the Black Hole, because, you know, Black Hole steal, that's pretty awesome. But 4 for bottom, going to push down this bot lane. Teleport's coming in from Orange. Going to try to set up those counter wards, or counter push wards, I suppose. And Queen of Pain. Wow, doubling the runes. Okay, regen and double damage. It's fair enough. Very fearsome whenever someone gets more than one rune. Ninja Prophet with the Hand of Midas is going to go for a fast Hex, and something that Aoi is going to have to worry about. He's going for... I don't think he's going to get a Vanguard at this point in the game. Probably just going to hold on to that and just get something like a Manta Style. That's... I don't know. He might go for a Heart very early, but that won't really benefit him, in my opinion, all that much. He's no Naga Siren. He can't work the Heart like she can. But Invoker has picked up a Force Staff as well as Drums. Wex almost maxed out, so his movement speed is close to being capped out. Oh no, Rubik, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Cold Snap, EMP, and the right clicks coming from the Invoker as well as the Windrunner are going to hold him out. Infinity actually got telekinesed up onto the high ground, going to Force Staff herself away, try to get away, but there's just a swarm of AL people here. He's going to go down no matter what. Sneaking, tried to get a little bit of assistance going on, but now he's going to get slowed down by the Queen of Pain. He's going to go right into his Ghost Walk, stun going off onto Bleak, and a second stun from them Alpha is going to come from the Enigma, slow him down a little bit more, put a little bit of damage on him, but mostly it's back, stall him up, protect the Invoker. He can get out of there, but with his Ghost Walk, sure he's just fine. There was no detection on the enemy team. Yeah, no detection quite yet, but now that they see that Ghost Walk is up and active, they will start carrying around dust or wards or something. So the Windrunner kind of getting shafted in that engagement. Force Staff didn't really pan out for her because I'm sure they just wanted to Force Staff her to this area or, you know, anywhere but this way because, well, that's where all of the AL heroes were, and that's not something that you want to actually dive into. But so far, score sits at 15-8. Will mean that AL is a little bit ahead as far as experience goes with the gold, with the towers down for PB. Will continue to go their way, only by a little bit, however. The EXP sitting evenly at 2,000 in favor of AL. And their heroes, well, they don't really need that much farm. There's no one really here that's of similar farm caliber. The Anti-Mage Tornado going off, not going to hit onto Venomancer, but Tide of Time is there with the Haste Rune, and he's going to do a lot of damage. Split Clap going off from the Brewmaster, and Nature's Prophet teleporting here as well. Way too sexy, gets Force Stats away, but he's going to turn around. A little bit of miscommunication going on there. Picking off Leshrac in the meantime and Sneaking, trying to run away from this. He does have his Aegis Immortal, so he's not going to die yet, but he doesn't have any... Oh, he will have mana, actually, so he probably will get away from this. Just go right into Ghost Walk. No, he actually gets telekinesis immediately, and the burst damage coming up from AL, way too much for him. Another 3 down for PB in exchange for only a Venomancer. AL is going to be more than happy to make that trade, especially since that will mean a tier 2 tower shield or buckler popped off, gonna give the creep wave a little bit more armor, survive a couple more hits from this tower. And this creep wave gonna get demolished. Tornado gonna fly out, try to slow them down a little bit. EMP to follow as well, but they could just turn around and work over this tower. Looks like it's not gonna be their option. Tower on the bot lane has been taken out by the Windrunner. He's gonna teleport out of there just fine. Godot teleported right next to her, so good prediction skill by Godot, but unfortunately he did not have his hex up yet, so no way to interrupt that teleport scroll. And what's it going to be? It is going to be a Vita Booster into Manta Style, so going to get that Vita Booster just as a little bit of extra bulk. Something that's pretty useful, actually. Even if you're going for a stats build on Anti-Mage, who now has 4 on everything, 4 points of stats. Even if you're going that, you are still a very soft hero, and the Vita Booster is something good to hold just so you could invest into that heart when the time actually comes down to that. Force Staff now up on the Wind Runner, so hopefully she can get herself out of those sticky situations over here. And AL just doing a pretty good job at maintaining this map. They're taking the team fights very handily, which is kind of what you would expect from their lineup. But the thing is to note that PB, way too sexy, has not had a single opportunity to get down that black hole. He's going to go for a BKB, and that is uninterruptible if he gets that BKB off. But so far he hasn't had the opportunity to actually go for black hole. Oh, Tides of Time looking for a solo kill on Snoopy. He could do it as well. It's going to be very risky for him. There goes the Split Earth and the Edict Pulse as well. Snoopy is going to take a fall here. Tides of Time, are you going to actually get out of this? No teleportations coming in at all from AL, so that's going to be a free kill for him. He's going, yeah, go tanky or go home. 3 bracers up on the Lestrak. Doesn't want to die, and really too poor to go for a big item like Bloodstone. So, hell, cheap stats, always very good to have. Although, Boots of Speed, I don't really like that. Should have a... doesn't really need Arcane Boots, but... yeah, I guess Boots of Speed is okay to hold for now. Maybe go for something like Travels. But Manta Style is up on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage hasn't really participated in any of these fights, so he's kind of the X factor going into this mid-game. Like, can AL continue to dominate the fights even though the Anti-Mage is there? They've been doing very well for themselves. Well, yeah, they've been cleaning up 3 for 0 exchange, 3 for 1, 4 for 0, 4 for 1, whatever. But very favorable exchanges going the way of AL so far. But all that time they weren't dealing with this Anti-Mage, not as far as his damage goes, not as far as his mana break goes, which could be a very big factor, considering the fact that lots of AL heroes are quite mana reliant. If you could burn out Queen of Pain's mana pool, it will take a lot of right clicks, but if you could deny that Sonic Wave somehow, that will be absolutely huge. If you could deny the Brewmaster's mana for split, well, he now has an Aghanim Scepter, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but if you could somehow deny that, that's going to be huge as well. So, Owie is going to try to turn the tides of time. Oh, yeah, that was bad. He's going to try to turn the tides for PB by just getting as big as he can, and AL, they seem to be okay with gambling against an Anti-Mage late game. They do have 1 Hex Stick up, and do have the Sonic Wave to try to clear off those Manta Split illusions. So it won't be the hugest factor, but still leaving an Anti-Mage to the late game, level 18 right now. Let's see how the experience goes. Yeah, he's leading the way substantially, so he's level 18. The Brewmaster only level 15. So this Anti-Mage is getting really frickin' big. And AL, I feel like they have to make something happen. They must be really extremely confident in the fact that they could take him late game. But I don't really know about that, because even if they can bring down the Anti-Mage, they still have Lestrak to deal with, they still have the Black Hole to deal with, they still have all the Invoker spells to deal with. And Invoker is a very fearsome intelligence hero late game. One of the few, actually. Looks like both teams going to make a trade here. Top tier 1 for a bottom tier 2. That is going to favor PB. Especially if Anti-Mage manages to pick up that last right click. Nature Prophet ultimate going to fly around, try to soften this push up. But this tower is going to go down in exchange for the bottom tier 2. Yeah, this tower tier is going to go down. Tile Block Edict with Anti-Mage. Going to right click that down. Blue's the one teleporting in. Going to leave his illusions there. Instantly gets stunned. Bleak is going to lose all his mana. No, he managed to split out. Owie getting hexed up by the Nature's Prophet. Musica is here as well with secondary hex. Sneaking is going to take that one. He's going to go down for sure. Rubik with the Fade Bolt picking up that kill. See if they can get anyone else. Tides of Time is on the run. He only has level 1 boots, and Spoink has picked up Blink, so he's going to telekinesis Tides of Time back into a Earth Panda stun. Musica is taking a little bit of damage. Oh my god, that's clutch Cyclone. There goes the Black Hole, but it's not going to do anything to those Brewlings. Owie is going to try to go for Musica, but oh my god, Spoink has stolen the Black Hole, and Nico getting pulled into his own Black Hole. Owie not really being the driving force that PB wanted him to be. He's going to use his Manta Split, try to get a kill onto someone. Snoopy is very low on health, and he's actually going to split his forces. Illusion's picking up 1 kill on the Venomancer, but he's going to get hexed up from Musica, and he's going to get right-clicked by the entirety of the enemy team. Can he get out of this? No. That is going to be a 5-for-1 sweep. Is going the way of AL. And Anti-Mage ultimate got denied so hard. He could have popped the Queen of Pain, but it just didn't pan out for him. That Cyclone from the Storm Panda, so clutch from Bleak. Beautiful play by him. And PB, once again, a fight not going their way, even with that Anti-Mage in the fight the entire time. The Anti-Mage did do a lot of damage, but the problem was that PB, I mean, like, the Black Hole completely whiffed, and that actually managed to give the black hole to Rubik, which is something that you absolutely do not want to have happen. He will have that black hole once again, so they got to watch out for that. No BKB or Blink onto him, so he's not going to have the initiate black hole, but he still has it in his pocket. And by the time that does happen, Enigma's own black hole will be up, Anti-Mage will be at full capacity, Invoker, everyone from PB will be at full capacity, which is, I guess, a strength of their lineup. They don't rely on their ultimates to fight. Well, I mean, like, they do, but they don't rely on having their ultimates 100%. They don't have the huge cooldowns such as the Brewmaster's ultimate. Even though they do have the black hole, I guess it's kind of equalized, so... Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was trying to say there, but PB, not as reliant on their ultimates as AL is. Musica, Snoopy, as well as, Paint Gold. Gonna wander around the enemy jungle looking for someone. They're not gonna find anyone. Are we continuing to get bulky? Let's see if he wants to go for that heart. That will help him quite a bit. Well, I might say, screw the heart, I'm gonna go for Aegis. And yes, he is gonna go for heart. He does have Alacrity on himself as well, so he's gonna be absolutely dishing. Roshan for tier 2. I think PB is actually going to be happy with that, especially if the Invoker picks it up again. He can drop down a lot more spells. And since Aoi is going to go for that heart, he's going to be just fine as far as survivability goes. It's going to take AL a lot of time. They cannot burst down the Anti-Mage. They cannot kill him within the telekinesis duration, so he's going to be nigh unkillable. Teleport up top from Teal. Godot going to summon some treants and work down this tier 2 tower. Actually, the tower managed to survive for a long time. Nature's Prophet with the teleportation is going to seal that kill, and no, there might be a little bit of engagement, and there is no Anti-Mage over here. They have to get out of here. All of the spells are missing, however. So Tides of Time is going to walk out of there. Way Too Sexy going to walk out of there as well, and well, that guy never saw it coming. He's like trying to defend his land, and he just got sniped off by a seemingly random power shot. Didn't even see it coming. Sneak attack, ×6 multiplier. But AL... saying, we had enough of this. We're going to force your hand. We're going to push down the mid lane. Meteor going to come out, try to thin out the creep wave along with that power shot. Musica chilling in the Meteor. I don't know if you want to do that. Tornado coming out, going to do a little bit of damage to Venomancer. But I'm pretty sure there is a mech. Who has the mech? Yeah, Rubik has the mech. And they're actually all going to teleport down. Aoi is going to run into Godot. He's going to get hexed up immediately. You have to get out of there, Aoi. Godot can unleash his ultimate. Musica trying to get in range for a hex stick of her own. It's not going to happen, however. Bleak is going to chase with that Blink Dagger, and Musica is still on the chase, but Aoi is just way too fast for her. And Aoi's going to walk out of there alive. And Rubik. Rubik didn't teleport back with his team. So he got picked off by PB. Oh, Rubik, what the hell are you doing here? That's not where you want to be. I mean, like, the entire push was gone. You'd kind of expect that PB would push back. That's exactly what they're doing. They're looking towards the tier 2 tower mid. That will be the last tower that, outer tower that AL has. So they're going to want to try to defend this. Venomancer wards are starting to be set up, but the Diabolic Edict as well as the Manta Illusions going to annihilate that tower. Sprout going to hold off the Manta-style illusions for a little bit. Here goes Bleak with the Blink Cloud, going to catch Tide of Time. And then most likely going to focus him. He's going to pop the ultimate just for him, however. This could be a good fight if PB decides to turn around. So Anti-Mage is up in the air, and his illusions are doing a little bit of damage. Way Too Sexy is going to get hexed up and going to take a rock. He does have that black hole, but there's no opportunity to use this with the Broodlings there. He's going to pop his BKB and try to get the black hole, but the damage from the Brewmaster is just simply too much. Aoi now coming back into this fight. He's going to get hexed and telekinesed, and what the hell is going up with Aoi? He's going to stay out of this fight for the entire time. 3 from PB are down, and Aoi's going to try to get out of there. He is going to walk away. Infinity going to walk away. Sneaking going to walk away as well. No, Aoi actually got caught. He's going to pop his Manta-style illusion. He's going to do a beautiful ultimate, annihilate the Queen of Pain, as well as do a lot of damage to Godot as well as Bleak. But now Aoi is on the run. He still has a lot of health with that Heart Harass. Going to go toe-to-toe with Bleak. His Manta-style illusion is doing a lot of damage to the Rubik as well. Sneaking has rejoined this fight, and Aoi is on the chase for Rubik. But Rubik has picked up a Blink, so he's not going to be able to catch up to him. Aoi somehow single-handedly turning that around just a little bit. That ultimate, you don't really see that ultimate being used for its AoE, but hell, if you could catch them in the tight corridor such as that, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Rubik now on the run from the Anti-Mage, but he's not going to be able to catch him, not without a tornado. And Infinity seems to be enjoying the wild goose chase. It's not BM, it's just hilarious, because Aoi's going to get telekinesis, Godot is going to teleport in, but he instantly gets cold snap. Godot is getting perma-stunned by that cold snap. Aoi going to try to get under him for the last right clicks, but he's going to get hexed up. Bleak is going to try to do a little bit of blocking, I guess, but he's actually going to drunkify Aoi with that Drunken Haze, so Aoi's missing all of his attacks. Anti-Major, drunk, get out of here. Infinity looking for a shackle shot from the high ground, not going to find it, and the rest of PB has arrived. Looking to push in. Is there any big ultimates? Queen of Pain ultimate still down. Brewmaster still down for the minute. It's going to be up again, and that Brewmaster ultimate is completely demolishing Way Too Sexy. Even with that Blink Dagger, by BKB, even with the mech, it's simply not enough because the damage from those Brewlings is going to go straight through. And even though you can't be interrupted, you're still going to take a lot of damage. Anti-Mage, Quarterstaff. Yeah. Butterfly? Okay, I'm just like completely blanking right now. I don't know if Quarterstaff is still in Butterfly from crazy, but Way Too Sexy is going to get ganked up by Godot as well as Spoink. Painted Gold, he's going to pop up his mech, try to get away, but the blink in from the Rubik, not going to be enough from the Enigma. But now Owie is here. Godot's going to take a ton of damage. He's going to sprout himself in. He doesn't have his teleport out quite yet, and Tides of Time has arrived with a Split Earth. Anti-Mage going to shred him apart, and looking for Spoink. But Spoink still does have that blink, so now his name kind of makes a lot more sense, because, you know, Blink I would expect would make kind of a Spoink sound if they gave it a different sound file. That kind of makes sense. Oh, Invoker picking up Queen of Pain all by himself. Must have been just a shackle shot into a spell combo. Problem for him, however, is that the rest of AL is going to come in. Here comes the Blink Clap as well as Split. Going to go for Infinity. He doesn't have his Force Staff up, but it is up now, so he can try to get out of this. Shackle shot onto the Fire Panda. Try to teleport away, but that ends up just being wasted. In the meantime, Owie and Tides of Time doing lots of damage to this top tier 3 tower. He's going to send his illusion up just to harass Snoopy just a little bit. He's doing a lot of damage, however. Ghost Scepter popping out from the Venomaster so he can get his ultimate off, and it does go off. But now the Raxes are in trouble. Fadebolt going to fly out, try to slow down Owie, and that will do a little bit, and he's going to blink out of there just fine. Queen of Pain has bought back, so Owie as well as Tides of Time forcing out the buyback from Queen of Pain. No one ever likes to really buy back. Oh no, Tides of Time a little bit too slow. Blink in for Spoink. Going to try to work on him 1v1, but Owie has rejoined this fight. Pulse Nova going to annihilate him. Sunstrike not going to hit anything. Anti-Mage ultimate popping the rest of Rubik's health. So Rubik kind of getting a little bit overconfident with that blink. Didn't expect to take that much damage from the Anti-Mage, who's now sitting at 4,000 Gs. Man, guy's loaded. Okay, yeah. I'm like, did they change Butterfly? Because, yeah, I don't know. Casting makes me stupid, I guess. That's my excuse for that, and it kind of makes sense. You're going to be, like, watching a game, and I don't, like, before I started casting, I never really watched replays, so I don't know. Owie sneaking as well as Way Too Sexy. Well, 2 of them at least, smoked up. Looking for that Queen of Pain, not going to find her with that blink. There's so much mobility going around this game. Oh, shit, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? Okay, I'm just going to... Yeah, because I'm just, like, really fucking stupid right now. Yeah, I'm just, like, in between game modes right now. It used to be no Talisman of Evasion. It used to be a recipe. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going up with that. My mind is just not working today. Like, everyone knows what the fuck you build with a Butterfly. Come on. Oh, my God, that's disappointing. But Butterfly already getting countered by Nature's Prophet. So those right clicks are going to go through. I don't think it's enough, though, because, I mean, like, 250 damage a pop. That's respectable. But against an Anti-Mage, that's going to be really difficult. Oh no, Tides of Time, what are you doing there? Teleport in from Godot, as well as the Venomaster trying to block him off. Sprout is going to block him off. Tides of Time is going to try to run away from this, but he's going to lose the gem. Gem on the floor, gem on the floor. Who's going to get it? Snoopy's going to pick it up. But in the meantime, the rest of PB has been pushing down. This Raxes have been destroyed. Blink and Bleak, and well, Clap is going to finish off the rest of Enigma's HP pool. Owie is going to walk out of that. Infinity is going to walk out of that as well. Is there anyone else still here? No, it looks like Pulse Nova. It is Pulse Nova. Okay. I'm like, Lestrak, what are you doing here? You just died. But it was Pulse Nova, stolen by the Rubik. Oh, no, if they catch him out. Oh, did they see that? They do see that. They could go for Godot right now. Here comes Infinity, trying to line up a shock shot, but there's no trees here. They're not going to go for it. Okay. Fair enough. And they do have a pretty big army to deal with, and there goes the Butterfly for Anti-Mage. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my head today. Maybe I shouldn't cast the rest of the series, but I'm going to do it anyway, because, fuck, I don't give a shit. Anti-Mage with the Butterfly Heart. He's getting really frickin' stacked. I don't know. Crit? He can go for really anything at this point. Maybe a BKB would help him. Not really. He can stick on targets. Abyssal Blade. Probably going to be the item of choice. Permas bash someone. Get that for sure stun onto a... Well, if these reflexes are fast enough, the Brewmaster, I could really screw him over. But most likely it is going to be a basher build. Well, I guess teleport scroll is a little bit more important, but we have a 5-man smoke now up from PB. Looking to circle around, gonna go for Bleak. Do they have the tornado initiate? They do. They need a... Yeah, they do. There's the tornado gonna come out. See if they're gonna be EMP. No, the ice wall is gonna catch both of them out. Black hole gonna push Bleak right through it. That was really fucking weird. Time to time getting levitated up, trying to stun some people on the PB side, but Spoink is gonna get annihilated by Owie. Teal thinking about teleporting in, but even if he did, he's just gonna get killed. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Deafening blast through the black hole. I feel like that shouldn't work. Just because, you know, black hole, that seems kind of crushing as far as the gravity goes. But PB bearing down on this middle lane. Blink in for Godot. He instantly gets hexed up, Owie does, and Godot is going to buy himself a little bit more time, but Owie is still alive, and he's just tanking everything with that hard Tarrasque. Now going to go for the Musico, tried to make something happen onto Infinity, but there wasn't enough damage there. He's going to blink away, which is a little bit of HP. Brewmaster has split, going to go for Tides of Time most likely going to go down. Yes, he is. Brewmaster going to pick up that kill, but Owie now going to go for Godot. He doesn't have his ultimate up, and Godot barely manages to get Sprout up, but the Deafening Blast is going to flatten him. And now the Brewlings are the only things left. Brewmaster is going to force to go into his main form, going to unleash a clap. No Blink Dagger is up. And try to drunk the Anti-Mage to buy himself a little bit of survivability, but Nature's Prophet actually buying back. Going to pick up a kill onto the Enigma, and now Infinity is on the run. He doesn't have a shackle shot, although the angle is there. Get it. No, just, okay, you can just run and die to Musica. That's a good solution as well, but yeah, AL somehow managing to defend that tower. I don't know how they did it. This Leshrac build is ridiculous. So much stats. Plus 40, plus 20, plus 20. That's outrageous. I love it. I love stacking stats, even though like it doesn't really work. I love the idea of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anti-Mage probably going to go for Boots of Travels into an Abyssal Blade. But AL on the back of that victory, going to try to go for Roshan. There goes a Tornado, going to hit onto Godot, doing a little bit of damage, as well as the Manta-style Illusion is going to burn some mana. Telekinesis is going to slow him down, and the EMP from the high ground. I don't think AL saw that because Brewmaster's all out of mana. He does have a Hyperstone, so he's going to go for it and Assault Cuirass, but even with that, he's pretty much a sitting duck once he's out of his ultimate form. Invoker looking for someone. They're going to catch out the Venomancer with the Cold Snap. AoE is going to blink in, try to do some work, but he gets Telekinesis as well as Sprout. No way to dodge that, and the beautiful Queen of Pain ultimate hitting all of the PB side. Bleak is still out of mana, however, and he's going to try to get away from this. Aoi Illusion gets force stabbed onto the high ground. Bleak still on the run with Spoink right behind him. Aoi is still chasing him, however. Infinity is there. He's going to get a shock shot. Not going to latch onto Musica. He's going to split up his forces, actually. His main anti-mage is going to go after Bleak. Is he going to catch him? He really wants this kill, diving pretty far. Juke's going on. Juke's all day by Bleak. He's going to get out of there. Godot is still here, however. Going to try to go for Way Too Sexy. Not going to happen, however. Anti-mage has given up on the chase and going to teleport down there. 2 up out is Enigma Buddy, and that's going to mean the Roshan is once again going to go the way of PB. Unless AL can make something happen. I wouldn't go in there if I were you, Brewmaster. He's going to split beforehand and try to deny this Anti-Mage Aegis. But Anti-Mage can pretty much just solo the Brewmaster even through the split. Latch onto Musica. It's going to shackle him up. He's taking lots of Roshan damage as well. Aoi going to circle around. Does he have his ultimate? No, he's out of mana for his ultimate. Way Too Sexy is getting worked on by the Brewmaster Illusions. And the Queen of Pain is going to take him down by the Anti-Mage. Trying to block a little bit of the Pandas. Going to try to go for him. It's going to be really close. Way Too Sexy is going to live. Bleak is out of mana. He's going to get stunned up. Oh, wow. That damage. Probably should have just turned around. Enigma and just ran away. But Anti-Mage picking up a double kill. 4,700 gold. Going to go for Snoopy, and he's still pretty healthy as far as the health goes. He's at full health. With that heart of Tarrasque, he could just blink in and finish the Roshan. Sneaking is there as well, so he can put an Alacrity on that Anti-Mage and just tear it down. Oh my god, this Roshan is not long for life at all. Let's see how they're going to distribute this. They can get rid of the teleportation scroll. And it's going to be both on the Invoker. So, okay. This Invoker isn't going to die anytime soon. Aoi seems to be confident in his survivability skills. It's going to be a Demon Edge. Probably, yeah, it's probably going to go for a crit. I like Abyssal Blade a little bit more as a capping item, but hell, crit will apply to your Manta-style Illusions. They will be doing a little bit less damage still with those crits, but they will be crits nonetheless, and the Illusion's already doing a lot of damage, and oh my god. Times of Time, I feel like he's a little bit wealthier than this. Like, he doesn't have to be doing this, but he's doing it anyway. I don't really know what's going on, but Aoi's gonna split push this bottom lane while the rest of his team pushes down the mid lane. Well, he just actually isn't there yet, so PB kind of should play a little bit carefully. Blink in from Spoink, gonna try to bring Tide of Time as close to the base as possible. Tide of Time getting force staffed away after the Hex, and Sprout up onto the Windrunner, gonna power shot her way through, but Owie has managed to demolish the tier 1, tier 3 tower, and the Raxes are gonna follow soon. Tide of Time is here with the Edict. Fortification does pop off, trying to buy AL a little bit of time, but it doesn't matter, because this Rax is gonna get worked over by these illusions. No one's working on them, and they're gonna get away with that free Rax. Ice Wall going down to cover the retreat. And is Owie gonna dive right back in it? Oh, it's actually an MKB. I don't know why. Oh, I see why. Drunken Haze, very smart by Owie. I completely missed that. But now with that plus damage, he's gonna demolish that lane. And even though Way Too Sexy got picked off, yeah, he managed to draw all of AL away from their base. And now Owie's just gonna work up this tower. Infinity with the Focus Fire as well. Sonic Wave gonna go out from Musica, gonna pick up the Leshrac, even though with all those braces, sneaking, getting hexed up as well. But Owie is the one they really have to be worried about. Bam! There goes the life of the Venomancer. And what the hell? Telekinesis into Tornado. That makes no sense at all. Invoker is forced to use the Aegis right now. And he also uses the Cheese as well. Is there a Ghost Walk? Yes, there is. No True Sight. He's going to get out of this. And Anti-Mage, in the meantime, just killing everyone in the fountain. He can dive this. He doesn't give a shit. Courier's right now freaking out. And Owie running right into Bleak as well as Spoink. But with that NKB, it doesn't matter how much dodge you have. He's going to get Tornado, actually going to buy himself a little more time from the Invoker, but Deafening Blast going to flatten him. And now the Rubik is the last one to die, as seems no Musica wants to die as well. Yeah, okay, there goes the GG call, so PB going to take game 1. This is, once again, a best of 3 from the Absolute Legends King of the Hill series. And name of the game, don't let Anti-Mage farm. I mean, like, he's kind of fallen out of favor. That doesn't mean he's any less weak, because this Anti-Mage, this kit right here, that will kill your entire team. And it is killing their entire team. Look, he's just sitting there. He's gonna fountain farm. Musica just got shredded. She didn't stand a chance. Queen of Pain. Rubik as well. So there goes game 1. Thanks for watching, guys. PB taking it with a very farmed Anti-Mage. You don't want to let Anti-Mage farm. I don't think AO will ban out Anti-Mage, but I think they'll just be more on top of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Game 2 to follow. And GG. Score screen. There it is. Oh my god. 800? That's outrageous. You don't want to let this happen. Don't let Anti-Mages farm, guys. GG.